Okay, well, that almost wraps it up for episode number 21 of the Mike Koenigs Show. And what I wanted to do is share with you something that has been a journey, because as we finish up this season, I'll tell you a little bit about what I've learned, what my team and I have learned in producing a program like this. And again, one of my goals, long range and long term, was to get this thing picked up for cable TV. The whole notion of being able to originate on the web and be able to get a program picked up for cable TV in a short period of time is something that, again, I just set up as one of those wild-ass goals in the very beginning. The good news is it happened, and it happened fairly early. I actually learned about the possibility and potential going back around to episode 15 or 16, but I wasn't sure if it was going to happen or not. The other thing that happened is I entered into a dialogue with some reps who know about how to get shows on Netflix, on Amazon, on Hulu, and Roku as well. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I think that is meaningful, but also first a little bit more about just doing the content itself. So the first thing is, if you go back and you started watching our original program, you'll notice that what we started with changed considerably. Our first episode was live. We had a studio audience. We had a live interactive audience, and we learned really, really quickly. Man, that is a lot of work. It took a lot more people than I thought it would, a lot more planning, and there were just a whole bunch of variables that we weren't ready to tackle, especially given the fact that we're just trying to figure out what kind of content we can make that could be produced on a regular basis without the show itself becoming an absolute full-time job for myself and my staff, because we do other things. We create products here. I'm busy writing books. I speak regularly, and we've got a business to run as well. And if you want to make a show your only business, well, go for it. I don't have the patience for just doing that. I think there's a lot of opportunities that I would lose if I just did that alone. So the whole point, and the reason I'm telling you that is, I think creating a show for your business, creating a podcast, whether it's audio, whether it's video, or just something that you might broadcast with something like Facebook Live, for example, is really, really smart to do. It elevates your celebrity status much in the way that writing a book does. It gives you opportunities that you might not expect, and it allows you to play in a new playing field with different kinds of people that you wouldn't have access any other way. So think of it like this. It's channel marketing. So there's the message, the medium, and the market you're communicating to, which gets us to the next thing, which is knowing your audience. One other thing that I learned as I started producing this program is the audience that I had as regular clients and customers were accustomed to me communicating with them in a certain specific way. The show has opened up an audience that's different than what I've normally accessed. And that just goes without saying. A podcast audience, for example, is going to be different than a book audience, which will be different than an audiobook audience. An audio podcast has a different audience than a video podcast. Live shows, for example, have different audiences. Webcasts have different audiences as well. So the thing that I felt comfortable doing is just taking some risks, trying things out. And again, looking back at what I know right now, if you didn't want to take any risks at all and you have an audience, you certainly want to survey them, find out what they're doing, what their behaviors are, what they're interested in, how they want to learn from you. And then the next thing is find out what they listen to, if they prefer to listen, read, or watch. So the next thing, moving down, is distribution. Now we adhere to a concept we call You Everywhere Now. The whole idea is every one of these episodes got uploaded to YouTube, for example, Facebook, audio podcast, a video podcast, and most recently, we're also uploading it to something called Amazon Direct. I'll spend a little more time on that in a moment. But there are lots and lots of distribution mediums available, not to mention the fact that you can transcribe your episodes and put them in different formats too. So some of the other ones that are out there right now are Netflix, but you got to get a deal to do Netflix. Hulu, which is an alternative to television, they also find and distribute shows. There's another channel, it's called Roku. It's easier to get on there. And on Apple too. Apple, in my opinion, is going to make a very big play, and a lot of people think this as well, in the television world. And I think they're going to go straight after cable television in a short period of time. But the platform that I'm super excited about right now that's accessible to anyone is Amazon Direct Video. And with that, with just a regular subscription, if you created content of any sort that could be sold or given away, Amazon allows you to sell that content inside their ecosystem, just like you can publish a book on Amazon Kindle, KDP, or their CreateSpace service. Now, here's what's cool about it. They're making a big run for the traditional television world, and as a business owner, as an author, a consultant, or a coach, you can create shows and your programs will show up alongside your name on your author page as well as next to your books, but they also allow you to sell higher ticket products and services as well, or at least for now, products. Rumors are there will be a lot more available as well, and higher end information products. Amazon wants to create an all-encompassing ecosystem where if you're an author, for example, they're going to say, hey, look, you can get everything from this author all in one place. They'll gladly promote you, market you, accept the money, deliver the money, and pay you royalties on it. And the royalties right now are looking really, really good. So by the time we roll around to season 2 of the show, I hope to be able to give you some more ideas and some information on what my learnings have been. But I'm going to put my money on Amazon right now. I think there's some big opportunities there. And if you have an audience or a platform, as we've talked about and described in the past, that's something that Amazon is actually willing to pay you advances, just like a publisher is. And I've heard already that they've been paying $100,000, $250,000, even $750,000 or more for shows and programming. They're certainly doing and paying a lot more for Hollywood-style productions. But right now, the opportunities are opening up for coaches, consultants, and business owners as well. So I think they're really the ones to keep your eye on. So with that, what I want to do is tell you right now, if you've enjoyed the season, you've enjoyed these programs, make sure you subscribe to all the extended interviews that are available at mrbz.com/podcast. I'd love it if you would like, comment, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and make sure you head on over to mrbz.com/show, and there you can register to get updates as soon as episode 2 is, or season 2 rather, is officially available. So on behalf of myself, my entire cast and crew here, I want to thank you for watching this season of the Mike Koenigs Show. I'm looking forward to seeing you in season number 2. And if you have any questions that you'd like to ask or any other comments you'd like to share, feel free to send an email to mikekoenigshow@gmail.com. And with that, I'm going to walk off set.